Dear friends, I'm delighted to send you my warm greetings as you convene to hear from His Excellency, former President Jorge Carlos Fonseca, in conversation with NDI's Dr. Christopher Fomonio. We're very grateful to you, Your Excellency, for agreeing to be part of this conversation about Cabo Verde's strong constitutional norms and institutions, and how robust democratic practices have made your country a model for democratic governance across West Africa. I also want to convey my appreciation to Prime Minister José Ulisses Correa y Silva of Cabo Verde for convening the very relevant and timely conference on freedom, democracy, and good governance that concluded earlier today. Cabo Verde stands as a model of democratic governance in a region that is facing its greatest democratic challenges in the past 40 years. Prime Minister Correa y Silva's decision to hold this conference and to partner with NDI in this event reaffirms Cabo Verde's commitment to standing tall as a democratic leader on the continent. The democratic challenges facing Africa today are complex and varied, and it is unfortunate to see unconstitutional transfers of power across the continent. That's why it is more important than ever that democratic champions like Cabo Verde step forward to voice their support for constitutionalism and for regular, peaceful transfers of power, just as Cabo Verde has boldly chosen to do this week. For the past 4 decades, NDI has worked alongside our partners across the continent of Africa, civil society, political parties, parliaments, and more, to support and strengthen them in their work for democracy. Despite the many challenges faced by democratic politics and democratic actors, millions of Africans continue their determination to exercise their political rights, to manage their differences peacefully, hold their governments accountable, and ensure that everyone has a voice in building the future of their country. Cabo Verde serves as a source of inspiration for NDI and for many engaged in working for democracy and making democracy work. Indeed, NDI recognizes Cabo Verde as a key partner in our Constitutional Term Limits initiative, which engages high-level decision-makers, constitutional experts, and civil society leaders across sub-Saharan Africa to promote respect for constitutionalism and presidential term limits. I've spent my career working for democracy, and I'm honored to take up this work in my new role as president of NDI. From my own scholarship and engagement, I'm convinced that democracy is a critical ingredient for societies to achieve security, prosperity, and lasting peace. Constitutionalism and presidential term limits are especially important because they allow every political actor to understand they may win or lose in this election, but they will always have another chance to compete for voter support. They are also crucial to ensure peaceful alternation of power and to reduce the risk of violence in politics. And finally, we know from experience that countries with credible, regular, and inclusive elections tend to be more stable, perform better economically, and enable their people to flourish. We are so grateful for Cabo Verde's long partnership with NDI in our Term Limits initiative, including the participation at our previous conferences, Prime Minister Correa y Silva. And today we are honored by the presence of former President Fonseca. I would like to extend a sincere thank you to NDI's partners in the Constitutional Term Limits initiative, the African Network of Constitutional Lawyers, Tournon La Page, and Africtivist, who have traveled to be with us at this event and from whom you will hear in the panel discussion later this afternoon. Thank you.